Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently above our vassal limit, which of course means that we need to continue working on this region over here. However, we do currently have some populists that might pop soon. Let's go ahead and bump up to absolute crown authority right now. That's mostly as a negotiating point for later on, but that will be completely okay. And I do think that we want to attack someone over here. Pavia would be ideal. We are still truced with them for how long? 16 months. That's only 5 months before our peasants rebel. We could attack the Byzantines. That would be a fairly large war. I don't want to do that with a peasant rebellion brewing. So I think for now, let's just chill until after the peasant rebellion. That is not necessarily what I want to be doing right now, but I feel like we absolutely should. Like, I really do want to be dealing with our vassal limit issue, but for now, that's not too much of an option. We are, of course, working on inheriting the caliphate over here, and that is going to be very, very convenient once we do manage to. So these four are all princesses. No issue there. And we need these two children to die. And then we also need this lady to die. Okay. Sounds good. So our current odds are 95%. Fantastic. And of course, we are going after this one, who is his current primary heir. And this should happen right now. Bon appetit, indeed. Again, they prevented it. That's twice that they have prevented it on 95% success chance. Wow. Okay. That's really rough. That is really rough. Okay, well, we definitely need to deal with this up over here. Yeah, okay, I will join you, but don't expect help from me. That's probably not going to happen. You know... Oh, that's not the same... I don't know what I'm even saying right now. This is... For some reason, I thought there was a succession that happened here, but no, there was not. If there was, that would have broken the truce, and we would have been good to go. We could attack Romania. There was a succession there. And actually, I'm going to do it. We need to be working on dealing with our dangerous faction, for sure, but this should be okay. And I think we can get this done before these guys declare. There's a pretty big Liberty faction right now. We'll deal with that in a moment. I don't really want at any cost, but it's fine, I guess. Okay, our men-at-arms should be popping in about 8 days. There they are. Okay. So we are, of course, going to split off a sieging force, something like that. And they are going to go after this capital. The rest of these guys are going to look to attack this force. And we should be able to catch them here. Are you in the wrong location? Yes, you are. Get up there. Fantastic. That's a stack wipe. And then this over here should be a stack wipe as well, in theory. Yeah, we definitely catch them. That will stack wipe. Fantastic. Now, how is our scheme in terms of strength? Just fine. Just fine. Okay. There's that war over. And we will, of course, hand this out. This doesn't help our vassal situation, for sure, but it's kind of okay, I suppose. Kind of. Okay, so we can found a university. We're going to go ahead and do so, for sure. And we're 7 direct vassals above our limit. Yeah, I'm aware of this. I really want to declare on this guy. It's very necessary at this point. What do we need for the kingdom title over here? This is in the Kingdom of Italy. We need 4 more de jure counties. That should absolutely be something that we can do. We could fight Tuscany, and that would get us a couple. That would only be one. I wouldn't want it to be that one. It would have to be the Duchy of Tuscany. That would get us the kingdom title, though, which would actually solve our issue. I'm going to do it. I'm not, strictly speaking, happy about it. The timing is a little awkward because we are going to have populists rising up in a few months. There's also this Liberty faction that I really do think that we should deal with. That would work. Okay, what about this guy? Fantastic. So that'll drop them by about 20%. What about this guy? We'll need to set something up. That would work. What about this guy? Actually, let's just go ahead and let this happen. Okay. Ooh. Yes. Hmm. 58%. 60% that we do it ourselves. Slightly better. We got lost in the drylands. That's just some stress gain. Okay. That's fine. So that Liberty faction ended up resetting. So that's perfect. That is absolutely wonderful. And then they're going to continue to build up. We'll keep an eye on it. I would really rather lose stress. So we'll definitely do that. We've got some peasant rabble building up and the populace as well. So after this, we'll be able to create the kingdom title. And we should definitely, 1,000,000%, create that title and then stay at peace for a little while. It doesn't have to be tremendously long. Just long enough, I think, that we are able to deal with our factionalism. So we're going to come in over here, fight their forces. We should not have any problem defeating them, in theory. What's our leadership like? Yeah, we should be fine. Absolutely fine. They're not even coming in to reinforce this. They know. Well, this is some rude timing. Okay. So we'll have to deal with that as well. We absolutely need to be at peace after this war. Okay. So we're going to continue fighting this guy. He still lives again. Wow. This is the luckiest child I've ever seen. He has won 3 5% rolls in a row. Insane. Absolutely insane. Maybe we should stop trying to poison him. Like, maybe we should take a different approach, guys. It's a ridiculously lucky child, though. I gotta say. Yeah, we're gonna cut over this way, see if we can catch them. The answer is we can't. They're definitely a little faster than we are, but we can come up here and reinforce this. And that is something we definitely will do. Get in there. Excellent. Should not be any problem whatsoever winning this fight. And indeed not. We're completely okay. So next up, we're going to select these guys and come up this way. And we're going to continue this siege. We are actually not going to come up this way. We're going to come down this way. That is something that absolutely must happen. We have to chase down this force because they are a threat to our sieging force, which we need to continue to siege. Okay, our daughter died. 70 stress. Oof. We'll confide. That'll actually give us a decent additional stress reducer. I like it. And we're going to continue to siege up over this way. We're at 59% war score right now. And I want to attack these guys right where they are. Wonderful. How are we doing on our battle war score? We're at 24%. Okay, we can get quite a bit more. Okay, we're going to attack over here, rather siege over here. And then we're going to bring these guys up over this way, see if we can intercept this force. Not sure where these guys are retreating to. All the way up over there? Sure. That's fine. I don't mind this. We will pursue them. In the meantime, of course, we are continuing to siege. We're at 89% war score right now. Another battle plus another siege should end this war, which is exactly what we need because we have to be prepared for this crusade, which is going to launch in 5 months. Okay, this war is over. We gotta finish it now. Let's disband our troops, and we will hand these out. We'll give it to this guy, and then give this one over to this person. Fantastic. And you, there we go. We are fine in terms of handouts now. We are able to found another university. I suppose we'll do that. And another one? No, not that one. We can found a holy order, but I'm going to pass on that. Okay. So we do have a faction raising up, and we'll have to think about that. We can usurp the Duchy of Tuscany. This guy is currently at war. We do want to create the Kingdom of Italy title. Absolutely. Now, that should be headquartered here, which means that this guy gets the Grand Emirate of Italy. And 11 vassals go with. So that's good. That is absolutely fantastic. We're now only one direct vassal above. And we can create a duchy over here, which might maybe deal with it, but I don't think it actually will. This guy looks suspiciously orthodox to me. I'm going to give it to this guy instead, because he is... No, not arranged marriage. He is the correct religion. So we will grant him the Emirate of Romania. Wonderful. And that actually did deal with the vassal issue. So that's fantastic. I'm very, very happy to see that. Okay, so Crusade for England. Who all is going to be in this? Actually, 260k isn't that bad. As we continue to regenerate at 15k per month, that should be completely okay. Yeah, absolutely. We're definitely chilling until this crusade launches. We're not starting another war. I can tell you that right now. So we are going to come down here and check to see if there's any structures that need to be built. There are not. So that is fantastic. Yeah, you can see here we have gotten... Ooh. Children do fall from high places. It's truly a tragedy. Okay, finally. Wow, that took so long. Okay, so next up, we are, of course, going to go after this guy. So we'll start that scheme, and let's go ahead and take a look at our agents that we've got here. This guy can be convinced, and we'll go ahead and do so. Yeah, it's going to build up our stress. This guy can be convinced as well, and this guy. That should bring us up to 95 and 95. In theory. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so next up, we need to deal with some stress, that's for sure. We'll just lash out for right now. What could possibly happen? Or go wrong, rather. Okay, so we can exchange prestige for gold with selling minor titles. It does yield unpredictable results, though. Interesting. Well, right now we don't need prestige for gold, so that's definitely a thing that we do not currently need. So this crusade is going to launch in just a few days here. We do have a pretty good troop advantage, and we've built up a good war chest as well. We'll ditch some stress there. Fantastic. We may want to just straight up attack the Pope. We can preemptively raise our troops. It launches in 12 days. I should have done this earlier. But this is a thing that we can get started on. Okay, so here's the crusade for England. And we're going to rally the troops. We're going to go ahead and attack the Pope. Yeah, we're not surprised that they're going to start sieging things. Okay, Mr. Pope, where are you? He is in Rome. Okay. We should have our men-at-arms now. I'm not going to gather the additional troops. They can be gathered later if necessary. We're just going to move in with these 150k. We just got court officials, which actually gives us the ability to say, well, actually, I want to upgrade this for sure, as well as this. That gets both of those maxed? Not quite. Not quite maxed, but very close to it. But that does, of course, mean that we can revoke from, say, this guy. Get ourselves a little bit more cash per month. Wonderful. And we're just going to go in and sack Rome. That's the plan here right now. Our allies can probably deal with defending our territory for a little bit while we sack Rome. And we'll just let these guys figure out what they're going to do. Rightful ownership is what we're now fascinated by. Is that literally the only thing that's left? Yeah, that's literally the only thing that's left. Okay, sounds good to me. That'll be done in 3 years and we'll be maxed out on tech. I'm hoping that we just capture the Pope here. That would be hilarious if we do. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll come up here and attack these guys. Our wife died. That's not great for our stress. Not great for our stress at all. So we're at 50% war score. So that's hilarious. Yeah, Rome is worth 75%. We're actually at our cap, so I'm not going to occupy this. I'm going to go up here and fight these guys. We're not going to get anything else from occupations, so let's head on up and give some combat. See what we can get out of that from war score. Excellent. And of course we're holding about 100,000 troops in reserve here. So we should be completely okay. I want to come up over here, fight these guys. And are they attacking England proper? A little bit, yeah. We should probably start raising some troops up here to be able to defend that. Those 100k that are in reserve right now should be pretty useful for that. So we'll raise up some troops over here. We've got a good commander. We'll just let that raise for a little bit. And yeah, they're going to attack over this way. That's fully expected. I wouldn't necessarily mind attacking Venice here. Who is apparently in this. Although, I think we're better off coming down here and fighting these guys. I really do. We've got about 50 days until our troops are up over here. That's fine. Never. So what we're going to do here is we're going to call our ally into the Peasant Uprising. There we go. And in theory, they can deal with that. And if they don't, then we will deal with it a little later on. We're going to grab Avaricious here. But we should definitely start moving off of stewardship. It's no longer, strictly speaking, necessary. I'd love to come down and attack these guys. We have about 70,000 troops over here. Our scheme has been discovered. Okay, so that does, of course, mean that we're going to need to bring a few more people in on it. We're going to bring, say, these guys in. Okay. Let's see what that does. I mean, it's going to build up a lot of stress, right? We know that. But, yep, that does the trick. Fantastic. And we're just going to continue gathering over here, and then we're going to come up here and attack these guys as soon as we're done gathering. As far as this over here goes, I would absolutely love to fight these guys. But they're just kind of running around right now. Fair enough. We kind of expect that. It looks like they're responding over here pretty hard. This is kind of becoming the main front. And I'm okay with this, ultimately. Get over there. Get to fighting. We're going to get to fighting over here, too. Ooh, a barely used trail. Child lost in the forest. It happens tragically often. It's true. It's very true. I like how we're just burning so much stress. Oh, they prevented it again. Oof. Very oof. Well, we're going to keep trying. We'll get him eventually. Okay, they've landed a fair number of troops up here. I'm just checking in over here. I would love to come up here and fight these guys. And we're going to come in here. We should win this pretty handily, even with their number of troops. They have better troops than we have up in England, because our men-at-arms are currently in Italy. But that's fine. I'd love to come in and fight these guys. Yep, we're winning this. Fantastic. I do see these guys over here. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Let's take a look down here. And we want to come catch these guys if we can. Now, we don't have ticking war score because they did manage to get this occupation over here. But it should, in theory, be okay. We're going to come down this way. And I'm just checking in on the location of these forces. All looks reasonable. There's definitely a lot of enemies, eh? Yeah, I mean, they have a comparable amount of troops to us. So, that is definitely to be noted. We would actually apparently lose this. I question that. We outnumber them like 14 to 1. I really question that we would lose this. Yeah, that's more like what I thought. Okay, so these guys are, of course, going to attack down over here and see what we can get done in terms of combat. And this is all still ongoing over here. That's perfect. Yeah, we're just going to continue attacking them. If they're going to attack us here, then yeah, I allow it. This is fine. This is completely A-okay. We're at 84% war score right now. And we are currently lacking in a Chancellor. We'll put this guy in. And yeah, I'm also aware of the Peasant Uprising. We'll deal with that after the Crusade. We're going to come down over here and attack these guys. We're at 85% war score currently. We're going to come up and reinforce this. We're letting these guys retreat right now. They'll be back. They'll be back. Okay, so we're at 88% war score right now. We're actually not currently capped on our war score from occupations. So let's come on down here and get ourselves another occupation. And the reason we're not capped is because they have gotten a few caps over here, right? That's to be expected. We're at 92% war score right now. And here they come. That's great. We're going to come in, attack them over here as well. And we should have no trouble holding this off. We have lots of reinforcements over here. Lots and lots of troops. Okay, let's attack up over here. Yep, looks like that one's developing into a proper battle. And we're going to attack over here. Yeah, they're capping up this way. It is obnoxious, to be sure. But we've caught this force, and that actually puts us at max war score. Bam. Get out of here, Crusaders. Okay, so we're going to put these guys down as soon as we can. They can only disband in a friendly area. Yeah, so we're going to move them up over here. These guys we can absolutely put down once the game figures it out. There we go. It's a lot of troops, to be fair. It is a whole lot of troops. So there's that Crusade 1. And that is, of course, absolutely fantastic. Truly a tragedy. What could possibly go wrong with this? Okay, he is dead. Fantastic. So, with that finally done, we are going to come over here. I like how we're using this guy in our wars, while at the same time that we are systematically killing off his children. He did have another son, which means that we need to work on this one next. Okay. So we are going to then invite in, say, this guy and this guy. Okay, we'll lose some stress. 68%, 95. Perfect. Okay, these guys over here, they are arriving back. We'll go ahead and disband them. And now we need to deal with that Peasant Uprising. So, to that end, we are going to raise up troops here. And yeah, it's going to take time for troops to show up over this way, to be sure. But we don't actually need all that many. Like, 20k should be more than sufficient. Even if they're all just levy troops. We should not have any sort of problem with that. Well, they going to show up? The answer is no. It's going to take them some time. Now they're starting to tick in. That's good. We can usurp the Duchy of Tuscany, and that is indeed something that I want to do. And we are going to grant that off to this guy. Perfect. Should be great. We've got about 800 troops raised here. I mean, granted, the vast majority of our troops were off defending us from the Crusades, right? So that's to be expected. It will certainly take some time for troops to get here. Okay, we now have a pretty good chunk of troops. I do want to get around 20k. Our scheme has been discovered. This isn't a surprise. Like, he's been pretty vigilant, right? But we're able to just throw cash at the problem. And yeah, us being paranoid does not help whilst doing this, but it's okay. Should be completely fine. We're going to need to sink some stress, so we'll go ahead and host a feast as well. Yep, we're not surprised by this stress level. Not surprised in the slightest. But that puts us back up to 95%. And we are going to just go ahead and come on in over here. It should be more than good enough. So we have quite a lot of stress right now, that's for sure. But as we finish up this activity, we will continue dropping stress. Okay, so the stress is dropping for sure. Let's get another 48 stress reduced. Oh, wonderful. We captured their leader. I didn't actually expect that. Well, that definitely worked out. Excellent. Intrigue challenge, huh? People believed our scheme. Fantastic. So, Pisa over here, I wouldn't mind attacking. Pavia is probably who we want to. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue conquering over here and inheriting over here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.